Well, good morning from the Wiles Blueberry Farm. This is Ann. I'm behind the camera this morning. So I'm going to show you Mr. Wiles here in the field. If you remember, several months ago, we showed you this field where the two different varieties are planted. We've got a very different look today. And Mr. Wiles is going to talk to you about how these things have changed. I believe this is March the 4th, 2024. So, Mr. Wiles, tell us what we're looking at today.
Well, we're looking at a row of Optimus here. And these Optimus are probably about 70% petal fall.
Petal fall, what does that mean?
Petal fall means that these corollas, these white things, the bloom, have fallen off. And behind that, we have the little berries. That's the berry. At this stage, they're very vulnerable to cold. These little berries can only take 32 degrees. When the corolla or the bloom is on it, it can take it down to about 28, I'm sorry. But once it drops off, then about 32 is about as low as it can go. And it will freeze and we'll have a damaged crop.
A disaster, yes.
Disaster.
So we're very, very concerned about the weather. Today it's extremely cloudy. We are expecting 100% rain. So we ran out here this morning so we could video this before we have a flood. Rain's okay, but it's a freeze we've really got to be careful about because of those little berries. They're there. And I noticed something else about, there's a lot of leaves here, aren't there?
Yes, there's a lot of leaves. This variety leaves pretty early. That's the bloom. The bloom takes a certain amount of chill hours before it will come out. The leaves take a certain amount of chill hours before it begins to leaf, and that's just one of the variables between the different varieties of blueberries. You'll also notice on here, on this one stem, we've got some up here at the top that's pretty good sized berries.
Yeah, look at those berries. Can y'all see them? I hope so. I can't zoom in too much.
They've begun to expand pretty rapidly, and we still have some bloom. So that's why we have to pick these berries several times, because these will naturally be blue a few weeks before these down here. They're not all ripening at the same time.
And that variety is called?
This is called Optimus.
Optimus. So it's an earlier berry than these on this side. These are my favorite. What are they called?
These are called Keecrisp.
Keecrisp, my favorite. They're kind of a crunchy berry. I love them.
Keecrisp are just a little bit later than the Optimus are. We see very few little berries on there now. Most of them are in these stages. This stage of bloom right here before it's opened can take more cold than this one can after it opens. Once it opens, 28 degrees will damage it. These can take it down to about 26. 2 degrees makes a tremendous difference on a lot of nights when we have cold, as to whether you make a crop or whether you don't. And then as you see, if you look at this little way down here, this can even take more cold than that one can before it's damaged.
And I noticed too, there are not many leaves on these.
That's right. It's just not, it just doesn't mature as rapidly as early as the Optimus does. It takes a few more chill hours.
So, Mr. Wiles, when do you expect a crop of blue fruit on the Optimus? When do you think we're going to be able to be out here picking and eating? That's what I want.
Probably on the Optimus, I would say We probably could have a light picking possibly April 15th to the 20th. The most of them is probably going to be around the 25th to May the 1st before we get a real heavy picking out of here.
So my favorite, probably the 1st of May.
Probably. We may have a few scattered blues before then, but before we have any substantial amount, it will be close to the 1st of May. Now, all that depends on the amount of heat units that we generate between now and then. And a heat unit is determined by the temperature of the day and the temperature of the night. And there's a complex formula that's used in order to figure that out. But the warmer the days and the warmer the nights is, that will speed up the ripening. If it's cold at night, cool in the daytime, it slows down the ripening. So sounds
like to me a farmer's got to be kind of like a scientist.
A scientist
and a meteorologist.
We can never figure that exact date because we can look at the average temperatures that we've had over the last however many years, but we don't know what this year is going to hold, so it's really hard to pinpoint the exact time sometimes.
But if you're watching this video and you want to come out and you pick, I'm going to take a shot and say, you folks plan on coming out the 1st of May. Alrighty? We're going to be out here eating some of these delicious Keecrisps. Alright? We're so glad you came to the Wilds Farm today. Cloudy day, but it's a beautiful day. And we just hope that you enjoyed this video and keep watching because there's more to come. Bye now.